I did shoot with a review of the Nike Mine 002. The 001 is sort of like a mule, like a Crocs, where you can slide it in. The WW002 is this. It looks like a legit sneaker, but the Mine system, as you can tell, are all these little nodules that are very loose. They're like little joysticks. They move all around. So you can imagine each of them are individually moving. So when you're stepping on them, they're gonna be kind of moving a little bit. So you're not supposed to be making any aggressive moves. Walk gently. Do not run. Do not do lateral movements. You'll get yourself killed. There's zero traction on these pods, and all these little balls are moving. The only interesting thing is that there's nothing separating you from these pods, because as you can tell, they are raised as much as they are pressed. So they're kind of like, you know, those age-old Newton's cradle kind of desk accessories where they have this thousands of pins there. So if you press from behind, the pins get out individually and they form the exact shape of what's being pressed from the opposite side. Sort of like that. For a size 9.5, it weighs about 350 grams. It's not crazy heavy, but considering that there's nothing much there except these nodules, they could have made the shoe even lighter. Personally, it's not that crazy breathable. You see these holes, but there's an inner layer which makes it more stuffy. And because you can't run in these, and why would you want laces? Why do you want this cover and pay extra $50-$60? If you really want to try them on, go for the Mine 001, not the 002. Another thing is that because these there are so much vulnerabilities here, things can really get jammed there, and it could really hurt your feet because there's nothing protecting you in these little spaces. They're moving. Yeah, you're gonna get hurt. You could. If not, you're gonna have some things getting stuck, not working properly, and gradually wearing this down, it's not gonna be serving its intended function as time passes by. So this is only exclusively to be pampered. Maybe a couple of stepping distance from the indoor facility you're in towards that particular court or particular facility that you need to get to, but it's got to be clean indoors, otherwise you could hurt the shoe or hurt yourself. So why the hell would you make something that you can't wear anywhere, what you can't run around? They're saying that this is an attempt to try and it's based on their scientific research, where they have these sort of little acupuncture pods that really stimulate your feet and your brain. But there are many kind of shoes out there with these little nodules, even insoles, that are being sold separately, and other than them being raised at different times at different levels depending on the moment they feel the compression from your weight, but it's not that crazy different from any orthotics that has these little dots that try to give you that massaging sensation. It's an interesting sensation, but it's not something that's revolutionary. You can walk around and feel, hey, these little nodules are being compressed, and I can feel which one is being compressed. So if that's fun for you, fine, but is it worth $150? I definitely don't think so. And also, again, you can only wear this at a very short distance of time and space that you're traveling from. Indoor facility you step in, you can put the shoes on, and then you walk a few steps towards your basketball court or whatever indoor facility you're walking towards. But you're not going to be working out in these because, yeah, zero durability, zero. Yeah, it's going to be very irresponsible. These are going to be sliding all over the place. There's zero traction here, so they're only for gently walking around. So Nike, nice try, but these kind of remind me of the horrific failures of the past tech that Nike tried to sell us. If you try to have a successful operation but you lost a patient, you're losing our patience. And think about Joyride, those little bits of rubber that's supposed to be a revolutionary cushioning. By everybody dumped that idea. Initially it was great for marketing, but at least Joyride, you could actually wear that around outdoors and run around with that. This, you can't even do that. So yeah, compared to other attempted technological breakthrough by Nike, like shocks, tune air, and such. I think this is the worst idea yet. You can get cheap slides that let you recover better than these, so I don't know. Nice try, but yeah, we don't need this.